What's going on?
All living things in all realities are about to die. And I killed them.
Gotta get back to work.
Crisis Part 2.
This is gonna be great.
Cool, let's get it.
Doing voiceover is definitely very different from on-camera acting. With voiceover, you have to make the animation come alive. Oh, you're gonna pay for that, ugly! Long live the Legion! Supergirl has definitely been something that's just completely out of the ordinary, doing some of the more mature, darker stuff, and doing the fight scenes, too. When I first had to match the punches and do grunts, I didn't know if I was doing a good job or not. Oh, God. It's just really hard to get out of your comfort zone and kind of make a fool out of yourself in the booth. But because of that, I think I've become more confident, and I've learned that in acting, you just have to do it and, you know, kind of see what happens.
You know what must be done. Now I remember the monitor. Sorry. West was the voice director, and he did a wonderful job, and I have a great respect for him and his work. And this, it was a lot of fun, because I was constantly going, okay, no, less emotion, less feeling, without sounding like a robot. Not right now, Kara. That's it. Let me try it again, please. That was hard, because I didn't want to sound like I don't have any, you know, it was a very fine point to find.
I've got this area covered.
You're not the only one who can light it up, Doctor. Voice acting is hard because it's almost like breathing. We're not consciously aware of the fact that we have to breathe. We know we're breathing, but it's not something I have to try to do. You know what I'm talking about? It's strange, man. Same thing with speaking. You're not consciously aware of how you speak all the time, or what you even sound like, or how you emote. All these things you have to be so aware of with voice acting.
What am I doing? Light, stop!
The difference between saying something and feeling angry or saying something with an angry tone. Two completely different worlds, because you can say something and feel angry, but it doesn't sound that way.
Are you a part of this?
So you want a little more projection, a little more attitude, but not yelling. You have to learn a very different muscle, and they help me to understand that with the direction and with the guidance, really understanding how to use my muscle more. I'm with it, man. I am with it.
In brightest day, in blackest night.
No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil. Let me try it again. For me with the Oath, man, the thing is, I just didn't want to sound corny. You know that this is what fans are looking forward to. And when you say it, you gotta know that it is your Pledge of Allegiance. It is your oath, man. And you want fans to feel what they think in their minds when they read the graphic novels.
Show me what you got, Green Lantern.
My name is John.
To be able to keep coming back to a character for that long, to keep building on that character, and you're kind of creating an era or a genre for that character in that time. I grew up in the Phil Lamar era, you know, and I'm a big fan of his work, and that established a tone for me. So now, when people watch these movies, there are kids who are gonna grow up in the Hodge era of Green Lantern.
Don't hold your breath, Doc. I've been in more firefights than you'll ever know.
When it comes to being a Lantern, the way their powers work based off of their imagination, their experience, their creativity, each Lantern is going to be divisibly different. But with him, he's a tactician, and I love to see the way he fights and the way he uses the Green Lantern power. This is a super soldier to the utmost degree.
And this is humiliating.
This is fun!
I had a nightmare like this once.
If you don't stop complaining, I'll start flying upside down. I love Supergirl. I did research beforehand because I just wanted to make sure that I was doing it justice. For the most part, it was kind of similar to my voice. Sorry you guys don't have robots here. That's not my problem. I might have went a little New York on that. I'm sorry. Sorry. At first, she's very immature. She has a lot to learn, so it's kind of like bubbly and more happy. But then as things start to go on, she matures throughout the movie. Do you think this plan of yours has a chance succeeding?
Logically, no.
A really big part of Supergirl's journey through this film is her relationship with Monitor. At first, Monitor's her captor in a way. As the film goes on, he's a parental figure that has been missing in her life.
You are late for nutrition. You must learn self-discipline.
Monitor has spent an eternity just watching the timeline of the universe and not interfering at all. Supergirl teaches Monitor that life without conflict or taking action, nothing happens. And in order to create change and to save the universe, you have to take action and be a part of it.
I'm through waiting and watching and doing nothing. I'm going to do something.
I think that's really special, and it was really fun portraying Supergirl in that way.
You could have stopped it or at least saved millions, but you did nothing.
Non-interference has been sacrosanct to my wrist since before your son. The Monitor is millions of years old. He's this godlike being that just watches over all of the entire multiverse. I am Marnovu. We are monitors. I have some experience with playing godlike beings. And what I've discovered is that what works for me is the sense of superiority and otherness. It's like watching an ant farm. His typical reaction is, that happened. Not now, please. He's watching the destruction of Krypton. A whole world of people were destroyed in an instant, and it is a devastating moment. And then his reaction is, okay, that happened. Satellite, I find the death of this creature distracting. I think after watching all these things for millions of years, it becomes less and less of a thing to you. And to see it personalized in this child, it brings it all back. Wrong. I was wrong about it all. I just love that push-pull of trying to figure out what emotions are real and what you have. It's always fun to just explore that, to me. Perhaps there is something we can do.
I am so honored that I get to portray a superhero. The fact that I'm playing Supergirl is just such a dream come true.
You get to go from unfeeling to all these emotions, and those emotions become surprising. And because they're surprising, they become even more impactful to the audience. I would give anything to save them.
Would you indeed?
It's a privilege. It is something that I don't take for granted. Each and every individual movie, we have yet again another chance to excite the fans and show them something amazing.
Oh, animation's fun.